Hola, I'm Alaska Latina. Today is November 1st, and I am going to try to do a series on just stuff that I bake. So usually about this time, I bake almost every day, and that's when I used to have a job, had three smaller kids, and I was like a room mom to all three kids. I was, whatever sports they were in, I was involved. And yeah, and I still had time to bake all the time. I don't know where. I don't know. I do less now, but it feels like, holy crap, it's just too much work. And then back then it was like, holy crap, that's a lot of work. But I did a lot. Like a lot. A lot. And going to school most of the time. So today I am making some banana bread. I want to go back to this. Bacon has always, or cooking, actually mostly cooking, but bacon is starting to be a little bit. So I'm going to do some, I don't even know what up in here. So I'm going to try to post every day. So I hope you guys do come back. So what I'm doing right now, yes, I washed my hands before anybody asks. So these are little muffin pans or little loaf pans. I preheat the oven to 350. So I am right now, this ish ends up sticking. So what I do, I try to hurry up. I don't know why I said hurry up, but I try to put butter on it, and then I do this. I get parchment paper, cut it up, and I love it because one of the rows is perfect for this. And I'll just go ahead and do this, and all I have to do is kind of do what the hell? She rarely comes up here because we squirt her with the thing. But damn. Okay, now she's in her bed. Rude. So all I have to do is just kind of do a butter knife along the sides, and that's it. I really think I have ADHD because I'm constantly going from one thing to another, and it's hard to concentrate. And people have told me that that's one of the signs. You should go to the doctor and find out, but I'm always like, what for? I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm like 43 years old. I will live my life. I don't care if I get diagnosed with this, that, or the other thing, because it's like, it's not going to change me. Unless it's like life-threatening, not something else. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Okay, you see? So all I have to do is get the butter knife on the sides, pull this up. It's so much easier. So I still have to look at a recipe. I've made this banana bread recipe, I really don't even know how many times. Like a year. It's never changed. Well, unless sometimes I'll add a little extra this, that, or the other thing. But for the most part, it's the basic stuff, but I still can't remember. All I remember is 3 bananas and 2 eggs. And the rest is kind of like, what? I tried doing it once without the recipe. Oh my gosh, it was way too sweet. Way too sweet. And it was kind of like, I added too much sugar, so it was kind of like sticky. So yeah. So right now, I always forget. So we're doing the eggs, the butter, and the brown sugar. We're going to mix that together. Again, I will put the recipe. I'm just going to put my trash right here on the side. Kept looking at me. Like, bitch, you just embarrassed me in front of everybody. They're all going to think I'm mean. I'm a bad cat. She's not a bad cat. She's just a little pain in the ass. I thought she was meowing just now. Okay, so it's going to be a stick of butter. Where's my brown sugar? Here we go. And we're doing, what is it? A cup of brown sugar. That's what we're doing. Okay, I really need to go to the store and get some more brown sugar. I have no maple syrup. I've never tried making. This is a little bit more. It don't matter. It's okay. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up together. I hope it works. I should probably edit. I'm not going to be editing anything out of these videos. Nobody will ever see them for one. But yeah, I was really going to try to make some food, blend this up without it being even plugged in. Really? All right, let's try this again. The bananas are not as ripe as I like them to be, but both of my boys, and then one of my older son started it. I would like some banana bread. My middle son was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And then my husband was like, yeah, you should make some banana bread. So I'm making banana bread. I should be doing this like in 2 or 3 days, but it's okay. Not that big of a deal. All right, we are done blending, mixing, whatever the heck. This is all mixed up together, okay? The butter isn't as soft as I like it to be. It's still a little chunky, but that's okay. Not that big of a deal. We will work with it. We may have little buttery gollops. Oh no. All right, so we are going to do some flour. We're going to do a cup and a half of flour. Everybody always has to mention how I spelled flour. I don't have people over at our house a lot. Whenever people do come over, do you know that's not how you spell that flour? And sometimes my reaction, depending on what mood I'm in, I'm like, really? Are you sure? And then nobody ever corrects me. Like, they just kind of make a face. Well, on 2 people. One made a face, and then one wasn't sure if I was playing or not. Either way, they never corrected me. Okay, that's probably a little too much. Yeah, a little bit. But that's okay. We won't add all of it. And I just made a mess. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's that. We're going to do some sugar. We're going to do a cup of sugar. We're going to add half a teaspoon of salt. I forgot I got this little thing in here. I love mason jars. I've always liked them. How much? Oh, shoot. I feel like 2 cups. I've always liked mason jars, but in California, I don't know. I just never got them. They weren't always handy here. Mason jars all over the freaking place. Just a little bit more than a cup, but that's okay. Okay, this goes here. And this goes there. We'll move this over here. We're at a half a teaspoon of salt. I bought it. And then we mix it again. Also, if I haven't mentioned it, we're preheating the oven to 350. I don't always do it. I don't have banana extract, but I do have vanilla, so I'm gonna add a little vanilla. I just remembered, and the oven is almost done preheating. Oh, nope, that's the mint. Don't want the mint. Oh my gosh. Do we have any? Oh yeah, we do. I'm not even looking in the right area at all. It's like the fake stuff, but it's also the cheaper stuff. And I found out with this one, you just gotta add a little bit more. Or maybe it's my taste buds. Either way, it's not gonna be bad. All right, we still got those butter chunks in there. Not a bad thing. Okay, what up? I need like a big old spoon for that. Oven is almost done. It's at 320. We're gonna move this out of the way. My mouth has been tickling, like the outside of my nose. Not like I want to pick my nose or anything, but it's like the outside. I don't know why I'm getting like I have a hair floating around or something. You know when you have that sensation? It's annoying. And we're gonna fill them up about 2/3 of the way. I don't know why I said a 3. Probably my dyslexic ass. This should be enough for this amount. What do we have? 8. We have 8 little muffin pans. I've always cooked, not always baked, but I've always, even in California, I've always loved the idea of like homemade whatever food, remedies, clothes, whatever, you know, soaps. But in California, it's like, at least where I was, San Diego, it was just a completely, why? When you can just buy it. I don't know. It's different. I don't know why I'm holding this. It is different. I used to watch Little House on the Prairie and all those, you know, older movies, like Out of Nowhere Land or whatever. And I used to think that's pretty cool, just being away from everybody, everything, kind of living on your own, going to the store when you need to. I don't know. To me, it's amazing. And moving up to Alaska, for some reason, it did bring up a lot of trauma because I wasn't used to not being as busy. So I had a lot more time for myself, which in some ways at the time was like bad because I did go through some shit. But now it's like, it was worth it. I'm in a happy place. See, we done, we good. And now I get to live my little house on the prairie, you know, life where I have like mason jars. I don't know why I really like mason jars. I want to get a lot more and literally have everything. Some of my spices are also mason jars. I love it. I love it. So we're going to go ahead, pop this in the oven at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes, and we'll be back in a little bit, and I'll show you the results. Okay, so it ended up taking 35 minutes. I ended up taking them out and letting them cool for a few minutes. Now, if you just, I don't know if you even now saw that. All I had to do was just kind of run my butter knife through the edges on the sides. Perfect. And I'm just gonna do the same to this one. Oh, that one was really easy. Okay. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, no. Almost. So the parchment paper really does help out a lot. Before that, I was struggling. It would be in pieces. It would totally be in pieces. And it also helps with the non-stick also, because that non-stick stuff, you know, the pans, the gray one stuff, for some reason, depending on what I bake, it still sticks, even with the spray. So now it's just a habit. I don't use the spray as much either, but there you go. They're still nice and warm. Let's take a bite. Real good. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll make some Christmas mince, but today it was banana bread. I'll have the ingredients down in the descriptions. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.